One of my favorite worship services of the year is the Easter Vigil. The opportunity when we come to hear God's story of God's faithfulness. And then it ends with the gospel story, John chapter 20. On the first day of the week, while it was still dark, Mary moves through the streets of Jerusalem by herself to go to the tomb. And when she arrives at the tomb, she doesn't find what she expects. The tomb is opened. She runs and tells the disciples. They come back. They're confused. They don't know what to do. They've been locked up away in hiding. And then Mary turns around and meets Jesus, the resurrected Jesus, and her eyes are opened. Then Jesus appears to the disciples in a locked room. They're still hidden away, locked away, bound up in their fear. And Jesus comes to them, and they realize that he is alive, that he has been resurrected. And they share in that joy. They know that they have been joined both in his death and his resurrection. So often there are things that bind us up as well. So often our own fears and apprehensions, our own addictions, our own brokenness are sources that cause us to be bound up. But the disciples came out of that upper room. The door was unlocked, the door was opened, and they went out into the world proclaiming the gospel. It was not easy. Many of them suffered. Many of them were even put to death. But the gospel spread because of the great hope that they had. And I think we too have been unbound on this night. An opportunity to go out into the world and to find new possibilities, to be open to new possibilities, the opportunities to do things like feed our neighbors, to plant a garden, to open our churches, to feed people that are hungry, to open backpacks and fill them with food for school children. All of these are new possibilities for us because of the good news of Jesus Christ, that he is risen indeed. And so we go forward from this night, from the darkness that we have held, into the light of the resurrected Christ. And so we join with the disciples and Mary in new possibilities for our lives, new ways to serve, that God leads us, that we can be with our neighbors. This night starts in darkness, but the light builds throughout the service and throughout our lives as an opportunity to reach out and to do God's work in the world. This is a night of openings, a night of new light, a night of growth and realization of what it is that Christ has done for us and for our lives. And so our hope is built on the words, he is risen. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah. Have a joyous Easter.